Welcome back to Space Cowboy for another Starfield video, and today we're going to be talking about the recent leaks. Now, if you don't know, Starfield is getting a vehicle. This vehicle was meant to be coming with the last update, but there were some issues with it, so they pushed it back and it should be coming with the next one. When that update is going to come, not 100% sure yet, but it should be any time within the next few weeks. It will definitely be in August, I do think, because that lines up with their 6-week update schedule. Now, if you are a fan of Starfield, make sure you subscribe to the channel, drop a like on the video, and stick around for much more Starfield and Bethesda-related content. We're currently going through a whole playthrough of Fallout London, and I'm absolutely loving it. So if games like Fallout are right up your street, do me a favour, fondle those buttons, I greatly appreciate it. Now, this leak originated on Friday. That is the 9th of August on 4chan. I think it was Friday. It might have been the Saturday. I only found out about it on the Saturday evening, and it did say yesterday, so I'm not too sure whether it came out of America. But either way, it's been out for a couple of days now, and it looks quite cool. Now, we will go over the footage in just a second. The footage is not the greatest. It is quite grainy, not the best, but it's the best that I could find. So, yep. Can't help that, unfortunately, but we have got a decent look at what this could be. Now, I do hope that this update comes within the next couple of weeks. We'll have to wait and see, but let's have a look at the buggy itself and see what we can get from it. So, as you can see here, this is the vehicle leak itself. Quality is not very good at all. I'm not too sure why. There's various videos everywhere, but I haven't been able to find a really good looking one. And as you can see in the bottom right hand corner, you've got a buggy symbol there with 100 and 100. So is that sort of vehicle health, or is that a sort of thruster capacity, or maybe even a fuel system? But not really too sure yet. As you can see as well, on the planets with sort of low gravity, and on the planets with the lowish sort of gravity, I think this could work really well. Because this planet here doesn't look like it's got a low gravity, but you're still getting some decent airtime, still floating around a little bit. Will we be seeing some form of thruster attached to this buggy itself, which is going to help us for, like, literally launch as far as we possibly can? I don't really know, but I do hope that that is the case. So now, the leak came from 4chan, as I mentioned at the start of the video, but we don't really have any more news than that. The update is rumoured to be at some point in August. But as you can see, the buggy looks relatively ready. There wasn't too many bugs there, but it's a Bethesda game, so we could see some funky shite pop up. You never know. I am hoping, though, that it runs relatively smoothly and works quite nicely. Judging by the video we've seen, yes, low quality video, but it does look like it's working really, really well. Apparently, there is also going to be some dialogue lines added in as well for companions when you're driving. How true that is, not 100% sure on that one. But I do like the idea of companions maybe questioning your driving skills and putting you to test when something goes horribly wrong and you're smashing shite absolutely everywhere. But I do love the look of the buggy itself. This is only obviously an interior look. We did see an exterior look in a video quite a while back that Bethesda put out themselves. That's what you're looking at now, but that was only a very, very short clip on somebody's screen as they're walking through the Bethesda office. So we don't have too much information on it just yet. Now, as mentioned, it is only a short clip, so we can't really tell too much from it, but looks pretty damn cool. I'm liking the look of it. I do hope it's got modules, we can add stuff to it, maybe even some sort of storage capacity, and we still don't know yet on how this is going to be deployed. Will it be something that drops out the back of your ship? Will it be something that's just on planets and you have to build like a vehicle garage for it? Because if that is the case, that would also cause problems, because you can only have a certain amount of outposts. Yes, you can continue to progress through the game and upgrade until you've got more outposts, but you still can't have an outpost on every planet. And if you're floating around in space, find a cool planet you want to look at, it's not really ideal to then have to go delete an outpost somewhere else, come back and reinstate one. So I'm assuming we're going to have some sort of vehicle hab that we build onto our ships. So if you are a fan of the Starborn ship like I am, this could mean that we might not actually be able to use this. You may have to default back to a normal ship rather than the Starborn ship itself, which will be quite disappointing because the Starborn ship is an absolute beast. But either way, I think having a vehicle over the Starborn ship is a good sacrifice I can make. Now, speaking of Starborn, there was also a rumour that the next DLC may also be in development. They haven't released Shattered Space yet, and we still don't have a date for it. So I'm not really looking too far forward into the future at what the next DLC could be, because this one has taken so long. It should have been out, I reckon, about 6 months ago now at this point. But it is what it is. I do have a feeling, as I've mentioned in previous videos, that they got a lot of feedback from the community when Starfield was initially launched, and then decided to scale back what they'd had and build things more in line with what the community wanted. Todd's already said that it is going to be set on one planet, and exploration is going to be more of a feature in this one. So I do think that they have scaled it back and reworked a lot of the Shattered Space DLC to fall more in line with what the community wants. But now, apparently a trademark has been added. A ZeniMax trademark has named Starborn, and that is obviously a term used in Starfield, so that seems like a likely name for another DLC. Todd has already said that Starfield can expect more DLCs from the team, maybe a big one once a year, with various other bits in between. But with the rate that they've been putting out content for Starfield, I'm really not holding my breath. I would love to see at least monthly updates, and then maybe quarterly bigger updates with a little bit more, like the land vehicles and stuff like that. And then maybe every 6 months, a sort of major DLC. Or at least some clarification from Bethesda about what's going on with Starfield, because they drop an update and then it's just radio silence for months. I'd like to see a little bit more in terms of teases and news about what they're doing. But with that being said, them working on a new DLC, does that mean that the final bulk of the Shattered Space DLC is going to be ready, and it is something we could see in sort of September, October time? I do hope we see it in September. I'm getting married in October, so don't want to be on the PC not too long after that. I think the fiance and then wife might not be too happy with me if I spend the week around our wedding on a computer. As much as I'd like to do that, because I love my computer, I love my fiance too. But, you know, Bethesda is life. I love Bethesda. But with vehicles coming in, the trademark going up, seems like they've got a lot of work going on. So we could see Shattered Space relatively soon. I would like to see, if we do get this update soon, then they announce something along the lines of a release date for Shattered Space. I do think it's going to be either end of August or September. I don't think they're going to do a surprise drop with it, but I do think it's going to be very close between announcement and actual release. I think we're going to be seeing a week, maybe even less, between those two things. I don't think they're going to hype it up like mad. People that want it are already hyped up and have wanted it for a long time. So I think it's going to be a quick, here you go, this is what you're getting, this is when it's coming, this is how you buy it, it'll be out in a few days' time. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Are you excited for Shattered Space? Are you excited for buggies and space vehicles? How do you think that's going to work? Let me know down below. For now, though, thanks for watching. I've been Cowboy. You've been awesome, and we'll see you in the next one.